The biggest compliment I can give this movie is definitely the script, the story. Demi Moore is back like she never left, and man, baby, you ain't have to get all that shit done to you, okay? Listen, you look good as you are, all right? Aging is a part of life. Look, the older the berry, the sweeter the juice. I bet your stuff is still good. Whether you 50-something or 60-something years old, I bet that stuff is still good, okay? Twice on Sunday, Bruce, no diss. And here's the review. Oh, boy. Y'all, I'm not even putting on for the camera, y'all, real talk. Yo, I had about a 20-minute drive from the cinema, and the whole time I'm driving home, I'm like, I don't know how to talk about this movie. I'm stumped. The last 15 minutes of this movie, y'all, no spoilers. I'm just giving you the crowd reaction. The last 15 minutes of this movie, I'm looking at the screen like this. And the people behind me were laughing. The crowd was laughing. I'm like this. And I kept thinking, and I had the same thought as I was driving home, what the fuck am I watching? So I just bookended my review here. So here we are, The Substance. Directed by the same chick that directed this movie called Revenge from back in 2017. She's a French director. I cannot say her name. I'm not even going to try. It was directed by her, starring Demi Moore, who I haven't seen in a long ass time. And you know, it's funny. She's playing an aging actress that is not. She's not satisfied with her looks. Opportunities are passing her by because she's getting older. But shit, look, Demi Moore can still get it. No diss to Bruce Willis, man. So, anyways, she's an aging actress. You know, she's a former star. Now she does these Taibo aerobic type videos, but she's old. Dennis Quaid, her boss, in a very bizarre role, because it seemed like every time they showed him, they had him in some wide, like, not wide, but like close-up wide shot. Like, I can't name the name of the shot, which is a shame. I went to film school. I should know this shit. But Dennis Quaid pretty much tells, like, look, man, you old. We need somebody young, fresh, and beautiful, and you ain't it no more, and that's life. She goes through a hard time. Gets into a car accident at the hospital. She runs to this mysterious person that slips a little USB in her purse, and it's a description for this stuff called the substance. Have you ever dreamed of your better self? Have you ever thought about what it would be like to be a better version of yourself? Okay, but with this substance comes a set of rules. Okay, there's rules, there's steps, there's a whole protocol, there's a whole process to this. All right. So similar to the gremlins, do not get them wet, do not feed them after midnight, do not shine a light on them. There's the same type of rules when it comes to this. If you follow these rules directly, you could be in bliss. If you don't follow these rules directly, then there's going to be some consequences, repercussions, okay? So, of course, we have a whole horror movie here, so I think you know how this kind of plays out. This movie, I thought, was a very good cautionary tale about getting old and the ramifications of going through extremes to stay young. I was digging this movie, really digging this movie, right? And then the last act happened. This went from a dope, entertaining, creative, original horror movie to just out of its fucking mind in that last 20 minutes. I don't know if the pressure of filming this movie or the production was getting to her, but it's like I felt like as she's directing this movie, right, I just feel like for most of this movie she has her glasses on and she's had her hat on, okay, cut, action, boom, 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 shot, and then by the end she's stressed out like, and she just loses it. She just says, you know what, fuck it, let's just go crazy. That last 20 minutes felt like it did not fit in with this movie. It felt like this was a whole separate movie on its own. It felt like almost, because that's how crazy this shit got. And I'm like, yo. And it played out kind of similar to another movie that this was kind of, I don't want to say it's based off of, but there's a similar movie that came out back in '88 called The Rejuvenator. And I was talking to a couple of people about this. I was like, yo, that movie, The Substance, looks a lot like this movie called The Rejuvenator. Same type of plot and everything. Only difference is that's 80s. This here is definitely a much better movie, but it goes ape shit just like that one did, like in that last part of the movie. I left kind of conflicted because I'm like, yo, I was really enjoying it up to that point. Like I said, this is very creative. This is very original. I said, yeah, this is a breath of fresh air. This is a very good story. This script is working for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm digging this. And then that last 20 minutes, I said, it almost became a comedy almost, man, because people were laughing. And then I remember I was getting up and there was a dude walking past me. He looked at me and he says, "What the fuck was that?" And I'm like, bruh, But with that being said, okay, I'm not going to say this had like an Alien Romulus ending where it just like totally let me down. I'm not going to say it totally let me down, but man, it felt detached from the movie. It felt like it was a different movie almost, man. So it left me kind of like, I don't know how to feel. But the biggest compliment I can give this movie is definitely the script, the story. Demi Moore is back like she never left, and man, baby, you ain't have to get all that shit done to you, okay? Listen, you look good as you are, all right? Aging is a part of life. Look, the older the berry, the sweeter the juice. I bet your stuff is still good. Whether you 50-something or 60-something years old, I bet that stuff is still good, okay? Twice on Sunday, Bruce, no diss. All right, but goddamn. Well, yeah, with that being said, y'all, The Substance is a very good watch. Very disturbing at times, like body horror, amped up. Okay, like I said, this is like, like by the end, I'm like, yo, this is The Bride of the Fly. This is Carrie. This is The Rejuvenator. All in the same damn 20 minutes, just about. And that's it, and that's all. Do I recommend this? Yes. It does have a runtime of 2 hours and 20 minutes, but I was so into the story, I did not feel the runtime. But by the end, I just felt like I was in the Twilight Zone. I'm like, that did not feel like this was the same movie. You know what I mean? It's almost like watching Boys in the Hood, and then the last 10 minutes becomes Harlem Nights. You know what I'm saying? Like, wait a minute, when did this become a comedy? You know, on the flip side of that, that's like watching what's a silly movie? That's why I like watching Undercover Brother, and then that shit becomes Rosewood. You know, it's like, wait a minute, that you know what I'm saying? The shit didn't mix well. So that's it, and that's all. The Substance, I give a B+2. It would have got an A if not for that 15 minutes. But like I said, I did not hate it because I will never forget it. I'm probably gonna have a nightmare about it tonight. But I guess the lesson here is, bottom line, leave yourself alone. Don't go. But if you do, okay. But if you do want to go that route, if you have specific instructions, learn from this. Learn from Gremlins. Follow that shit, or else I'm out.